Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. We talk about the anemic offense. We talk about the defense and the turnovers that we got. But most importantly, we talk about a win. This is much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, John?
What's up?
Excellent.
Welcome to Harry Hog Football, episode numero 481, in which we get our second victory of the year. Oh my goodness. Dude, I had to watch the game on a small television in my hotel room in Vegas. I know I could have went to the book, and I was going to, but then Josh reminded me that there's smoke filled, and I was like, I don't feel like hanging out in smoke for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I thought we were beyond that in our society.
Not if you gamble.
Not in Vegas.
Not if you gamble anywhere.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
You can still smoke in a gambling establishment,
If you gamble, you smoke.
whether you like it or not.
What's the correlation there? What is the correlation between gambling and smoking?
100%. That's unofficial.
100% correlation. If you smoke, you gamble, and if you gamble, you smoke.
What's up, B&G Bonds?
What's up,
Hanging
B&G
out in
Bonds?
the
Up
chat
in the
room.
house.
Up in the house.
Oh, yeah. The Cowboys, dude, they suck too. I just heard yesterday when
man.
I was watching that game that they haven't beat anyone with a winning record, and they still think they're bad.
The
And like
Cowboys-
the pundits are all like, Cowboys are going to beat the Patriots. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ezekiel Elliott was just like, dude, we're in first place in our division. I don't know why people are joking us. And I was like, you guys are 6-5. And now they're 6-6, and they're leading the division. This division is awful. Yep. I mean, the Giants have the same records we do.
And it looks like the Eagles could walk away with it, actually.
I know, right?
Because I saw that they had the easiest remaining schedule.
Everybody in the NFC East sucks.
Never mind that.
Never mind that. We got a victory over
We got a
Detroit.
championship. We got the victory 2-9.
Over the Detroit Lions.
It was an awesome victory.
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to Sean Nelson, who's been hitting us up for this podcast. He was hitting us up today, like, when are you guys going to do the podcast?
Just because
I was like,
he went to he went to that game.
I'm going to tweet him right now and be like,
He was the guy that went to that game. He was asking, where do I go to eat? And I was like, not in the upper deck.
Hopefully he got into Hale. Hopefully he
Yeah.
got into Hale BBQ. How do you reply? I'm on Twitter right now.
How
There
do
he
you
is.
reply on Twitter? Aaron's never done Twitter before.
I was on there. I just don't know how to reply. Oh, is that it? Yeah, here it is. We on the air.
By the way, thank you for listening to Harry Hog Football. You can check us out on Twitter at Harry Hog, Harry Hog. And people want to send us emails, you can go Harry Hog Football, John at Harry Hog Football, Aaron at Harry Hog Football.
And if you want to send us some money, you can do that at aaron@harryhogfootball.com on PayPal.
On the PayPal. $1.
You know, just for fun. All of your money will not go to Dan Snyder.
0% of your money will go to Dan Snyder. That's for sure.
Um,
Dude, we didn't score on offense. We didn't score a single touchdown. We got one touchdown when Steven Sims dropped the ball, and everybody on the Lions were coming down, and they were like, "Oh, he dropped the ball!" And then,
Dude, I don't
sometimes
care.
that's
We gotta
exactly what
win.
you got to do.
Scoreboard. Woo,
Got
So
ourselves
pumped.
4. Dustin Hopkins had 4.
Dude, I've
field
been
goals
pumped
in this game.
I was so pumped when we got that victory. Although, what was up at the end when we kicked a field goal with 20 seconds left instead of running down the clock to 4? So that we had to kick off to them and give them 3 play chances?
Apparently, it was confusing to Dwayne Haskins because he went and took a selfie with that guy when there were like a few seconds left of the game, which that's fine.
That was after the pick, though.
That was after the pick, so it really wasn't that big of a deal.
They had to find Case Keenum, who was standing on the sideline like with his mouth all agape, like
with
this.
his mouth all agape, going,
Oh, okay, I can down it. What was Dwayne? Well, I guess he was pumped because he got his first victory.
He was so totally pumped, but it's so Redskins.
He was very
pedestrian.
pedestrian.
To do that.
What's up? CJ shoots photos in the house.
So pedestrian.
Hey, there's Sean Nelson up in the house. I think it's saying Sean Nelson. I think that stands for Sean Nelson.
That's him. I recognize his picture.
I haven't seen a returner so fast since BB Hummingbird, Brandon Banks, who's in the Canadian League. He plays for the Calgary Rough Riders, I think. What? He does.
They had the Grey Cup on last weekend. I have no idea who won.
What's the Grey Cup? Oh, you texted me that. You're like, the Grey Cup's on, and I'm like, what is that? Like a golf
What
thing?
are you talking about, dude? That's the Super Bowl for them, the Grey Cup.
Who won?
Because I don't know.
Was it streamed live on Twitter or YouTube?
It was actually on like ESPN DOS. So there you go.
Heard that the news that Danny Boy might be giving Brucey Boy the big. Really? I didn't hear that, dude. Find this a source, Peanut Gallery, and send it over, and we'll check it out for this podcast.
I already saw the source.
Was it BR? Bleacher Report?
I don't believe anything until it happens, so I think it's BR.
Everything's BR. Everything's fake news, especially what you hear on this podcast.
Especially here on Harry Hog Football.
We just make
HARRY.
stats up. We'll be like, he got like 82 yards, and it'll be
How many-
you go look at the stat, and it'll be like 32 yards.
Well, I know that Moreau had 2 picks in the game, including that one that sealed the deal there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the defense was getting some turnovers. It was against their backup quarterback, but this was the first time I remember hearing Quentin Dunbar's name like almost all year, and it was for a pick.
It was for a pick. You know whose name we heard a whole lot, even though he didn't play one single down? No, he did play. He did play special teams.
Josh Norman.
God!
Dude, and you know how many times we were like, look how burnt this guy got. Hardly any.
Yeah.
He was over on the sideline like complaining.
They
And I
had to
didn't
be
even-
so – the defense, the secondary had to be so pumped that he was not in.
He sucks. Finally, they've listened to our podcast long enough to realize.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
really.
So anyway, let's talk a little bit about Josh Norman. I saw a clip of one play where he was in on an extra point and he didn't even like get out of his stance. Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah. And some people on there were just like, he's just doing that. He's supposed to be watching that guy. And I'm like, well, he was watching him without moving.
No, I mean, I kind of sided with him on that a little bit too. He was responsible if that dude came out and went for a pass. He wasn't trying to rush in to block it, and that guy just kind of stood there. So did he.
It's kind of it's we need to watch this in the game tomorrow actually, because if he is in there on special teams, and I'm like who are we playing, the Panthers? If I'm the Panthers coach, I'm totally going to send that guy out for a pass on Josh Norman to see if he can beat him.
So
you know why? Because he will.
Yeah. So Sean Nelson is saying he heard it on Good Morning Football with your cousin Kay Adams.
Oh yeah.
I like your cousin.
Good Morning Football is a good show. Unlike Pro Football Talk, which is on NBC Sports for us. Well, NBC Sports, NBC Sports, not Washington, just in general. Anything you hear on Pro Football Talk, that is BR. Mike Florio gets like lying information from teams every day. It's like Mike Florio, Phil Simms' son that lost his spleen, and Peter King, your favorite guy in the entire world.
Oh, I don't like that guy. I didn't think he was around anymore.
I know he is. I don't
Like a
know why.
hemorrhoid. He hangs around like a hemorrhoid. Every once in a while, it makes you bleed.
Sit down all like
Makes your butt itch.
makes you itch.
Let's see here. B&G Buns is saying, according to NFL Network's Mike Garofalo, the team owner Daniel Snyder is considering drastic off-season changes, particularly in the front office where Allen, not any relation to me, has worked since 2009.
Yeah. 10 years. 10 years.
Considering? Why should that? It should be a done deal. Dude, I mean,
It should have been done like years ago, but we know how glacial things work in Washington.
this is Dan Snyder. This is all you have to do that day.
Daniel,
Walk
serious.
in the day that the season ends and we go 2-14 or whatever. Walk in, record this, play it
Cut!
for Bruce Allen, and then turn around and walk out. Turn up your stereo, Bruce.
Yep. That was super cool. And then add the Joe Gibbs laugh at the end. just to give him an extra kick in the ass.
Can we just get Joe Gibbs to be the general manager? He seems to do fine with NASCAR teams.
He doesn't want to do it. Yeah, he just won again. He just won the championship in NASCAR again.
He won 3 Super Bowls, and now he's got like 5 or 6 NASCAR championships.
He's in the Hall of Fame of both of football and motorsports.
With different drivers, right?
Yeah,
He did it with 3 different quarterbacks, and I don't know how many different drivers because I don't follow NASCAR anymore.
I don't follow it enough. Yeah,
But still,
but hey, dude, I mean,
he knows how to run things, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Sports-related things.
I think it might be more of his son. I think he's just the owner emeritus at this point.
Isn't it
You know,
emeritus?
Dude, like when a professor
Emeritus.
gets retired and they're emeritus.
That just
And
means
so
they
they're
get
just,
to
like,
keep their
hanging
email
out like Tom
address.
Butterfield. He had like a beautiful office in the new building, and he didn't teach anything. He just hung out.
Dude, his
That's
office
all
was
the
like
time.
bigger than my house.
I know, and he
It had-
just like hung out and went to go get wings with us.
Dude, that guy he had his own balcony in his
Yeah.
office. Like private balcony to go out there and smoke a pipe.
Yeah, he smoked like a pipe, like old school, like a pipe.
This was this dude when we both worked for Virginia Tech. We worked in the production area. We like ran concerts around the campus. And and this guy worked in the student center, but he didn't really work. He just had an office.
Yeah,
No, he did have a job. His job was to pick out like the colors for any new like carpet or wall paint that was going in. That was his entire job for the whole
What?
campus.
make that maroon, make that orange.
Maybe it was all maroon or orange.
What else are you gonna say at Virginia Tech?
Oh my gosh.
What a great job! What a great job!
Anyway, so that would be a nice Christmas present for us if Dan Snyder comes through on that.
Man,
And an even
Oh.
bigger Christmas present would be if he sells the team.
yeah,
That's not happening.
ever.
Anyway, back to the game. Let's talk about the bright spots. Were the forced turnovers? Some non-bright spots. Well, let's face it, dude. Our offense was once again anemic. All right. If it wasn't for Steven Sims Jr. electric return after he fumbled it,
I mean, this was like the game against the Buccaneers last year, where it was just like a field goal fest.
yeah, you take away that touchdown. I mean, we got the victory. I'm happy about that. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
you take away that touchdown, and we would have lost 16-12 on 4 field goals. Dwayne Haskins threw for 156 yards. He was 13 of 29. That's not even 50% in passing. He did have some drops.
I'm looking right now on NFL.com, and right now I'm looking to see how far we fell. Basically, the Bengals are getting the number 1 draft pick, but we went to like what, third or fourth?
Third or fourth.
We are third right now. We went down 1. The Giants are ahead of us, even though they beat us. They're ahead of us in the draft right now. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, you want to know what's pathetic?
Hmm.
We were 4 for 14 on third down.
You were reading through the stats before we started recording, and we're terrible.
Yeah, I mean, that one play masks a lot of how bad we were, the fact that we got the victory. But
Yeah.
if you look at Darius Geis had 10 carries for 32 yards. That's 3.2 yards a carry. That's not bad. But why didn't he get the ball more? Terry McLaurin put in another 5 catches. Kelvin Harmon stepped up a little bit.
Yeah, Kelvin Harmon had a little.
Kelvin Harmon.
Kelvin Harmon. Or was he induced? We didn't even have that guy. We had the other guy. We had Marv Albert's son. Marv
Was he
Albert's son
induced?
can do any kind of sports, anything. Like one day he'll be doing like he'll be doing like football. And the next day he'll be like, "We're here at the track and field world events,"
I know, and he like knows everything about
and
it.
he knows everything about it.
That's a foul. You can't do that. And you're like, what?
Yeah, and you're just, how do you even know? Oh, you can't do that in shot put. All right.
Okay. Yeah, anyway. So Sean Nelson went to the game. He's in the chat room.
Yeah.
He got to enjoy a victory.
I know, dude. I was sitting
How
at
about that?
I'm very. It's a rare game indeed, dude. Dude, we've only had 2 victories this year. We went to the first one, and Sean Nelson went to the second one.
So basically, if HHF listeners go to the games, we win, or people that make it.
Yeah.
So my question is, I hope he was able to find our good pal Tailgate Ted and have a nice tailgate before the game.
Yeah, truly.
Did.
Because we know they're there. We know they're there. And I mean, we saw the footage of the pregame, and there were not a lot of people tailgating at this game.
Nope. Anyway, all right. What else do we want to say about the game? Let's see here.
Josh Norman was awesome.
Dude, Josh Norman. Yeah, it was awesome because he didn't play. That's why he was good. You didn't see him getting burnt.
I know, right?
Quentin Dunbar, good as usual. Former receiver. Maybe we should take more receivers that don't quite make it and convert them to cornerbacks.
That's not a bad idea. Although I saw like who was it? Pete Haley tweeted out yesterday or today on his on Twitter. He was just like, shake my head, and he was looking on some pro football thing, and it said Quentin Dunbar, wide receiver. It's like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Dude, but the 4 for 14 on third down.
That's pretty bad. That's very Redskins. But, I mean, we saw flashes. We saw, thinking positive, we saw flashes of good stuff. We saw a little bit from Dwayne Haskins. He's growing every week. I mean, if you're watching the games, and hopefully you are, you're seeing it. He's growing every week. He really is.
Which is why we just need to keep playing him.
Yeah, and of course, Terry McLaurin is like a superstar in the making. Kelvin Harmon stepped up a little bit. Darius Geis didn't have a great game, but I mean, this guy's explosive. As long as his knees stay together, he's the running back of the future for sure.
Oh yeah.
So,
Kelvin Harmon had put in 3 catches for 43. AP had 1. Paul Richardson though, what a bust on that.
Oh man, 1
catch for 6 yards.
That guy's John Adams size, man. That guy is so small to be in the NFL.
Yeah. Dude, do you hear that? There's like some alarm going off in the background here. If you guys can't hear it, I'm not going to go mess with it, but it's annoying the crap out of me.
At your house?
Yeah, it's like... Is
it your fire alarm?
It's probably like some friend of my daughter's like trying to FaceTime her or something.
Probably.
Hey, did you see that 5-minute crap video?
All right, dude, we got to talk about Ryan Kerrigan because he's not going to play this weekend.
Dude, he got a concussion. The hit did not look that bad to me.
It didn't look, but when you saw his face mask was like dented to the side. When was the last time you saw someone's face mask like moved, like on the helmet, like dented? I can't even think of that. Yeah,
he got crushed. So he won't be in. We're playing against the Panthers. We're probably like 20-point underdogs to the smoke gamblers.
To the smoke gamblers.
Kerrigan's injured. But you know what I was thinking? Even this year, we've had a few injuries, but we still haven't had the rash of injuries we had the last 2 years.
I don't think our injuries have been like any different this year than they were last year. Or sorry, I'm not thinking straight. I don't think our injuries are any different from any average teams. Like the last couple of years, we've been awful.
Yeah.
But it seems like we're doing a little bit better this time around. It seems average,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this year I'm not like, oh, we suck because we've lost players. This year we just suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we still have some people in here, all right, who are sharing their holiday weekend to listen to this podcast.
I know. Well, by the time you get to this point of the weekend, you're getting kind of bored.
I'm not.
I mean,
I got an entire list of crap to do.
you have to go to BJE's place. Fix up his BGA's place.
No, I don't have to go there. Anyway, all right, well, let's give our games and kicks. You want to?
Yeah, let's go ahead. I don't think we're missing out on anything else here.
All right. It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award. This week's Kicking the Balls Award is brought to you by Ridapoo. Go, dude. I'll let you go first.
Oh, my kicking the balls goes to Josh Norman. Man, he's so bad. That's it.
He's horrible, man. That's it? Nothing else to say?
I don't think I need to.
I was tempted to give him my game ball for like stepping aside and letting someone with some talent play, but
that would be Josh giving him his game ball.
I will not be doing that. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have to give my game ball to Steven Sims Jr. Oh, wait, we're on kicks. Sorry. I'm going to have to give. That was a little foreshadowing.
We won this week or last week. It's crazy, I know.
That was foreshadowing. All right, well, I'm going to have to give my Kick in the Balls award to Bill Callahan for that clock management there at the end, the 20 seconds.
This is a mess.
Giving them an actual shot when the game should have been over on our field goal.
Yeah, really. Like that made absolutely no sense. I don't know what was going on with that.
And we're now looking to the Peanut Gallery for their kicks and games. I have no idea how off we are as far as delay. But let's just check in there for a second. Kerrigan's starting streak. Yeah, how many games was his starting streak that ends tomorrow? Do you know?
Oh, I think I've got it right
since he
here.
was a rookie or something. It was like been forever.
He was third in the league, active in the league. It is he 139 games.
Yeah, so years basically.
Yeah. Since September.
Like maybe one of them was a playoff game.
His first game was September 11th, 2011. This article saying it's fourth largest consecutive game
so
streak.
8 years basically he played.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I've never seen a person like have to go off the field and their helmet was fine. The face mask was pushed a little bit to the side, like enough to see it. That was a crazy hit.
I still didn't think he got. It didn't look that hard to me, but I guess it had.
It didn't. You're right. Even on the big screen at my house, it did not look hard. So I don't know what happened. Oh,
All
Paul
right.
Richardson has been ruled out this weekend.
We got a few kicks coming in. Let's see. Here's a Josh type kick. B&G Buns kicks Kerrigan for getting injured and breaking his 100+ game streak. And Sean Nelson gives his to Dan Snyder for not firing Brucey Boy yet.
Yep.
That's kind of like the kick of the year.
Really, I mean, that's just kind of a running kick at this point, really.
All right. Well, on that note, then I don't think anyone else in there has given one, so we are going to go to... And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award. Game Ball Awards. It's not really sponsored by anyone because we don't usually have exciting game balls to give.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, go ahead, John.
My Game Ball Award goes to Dustin Hopkins.
What's up with your strobe light you got going on there?
My strobe light. What?
Oh, I know why it's strobing. It's because you're using that TV as your light.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
got
the
the window
refresh
up,
rate
too.
on your TV.
I need one of those lights that you're talking about. I'm sure they're only like $20 to come up on top of my TV or on top of my.
Yeah, you can get like
monitor.
get a freaking clip light from Home Depot. Those plastic ones that are like $3 and just like.
Oh yeah. Boom.
Screw a light bulb in there and be done with it.
Screw a light bulb in there, dude.
All right,
I
game
guess
ball
Dustin
awards. You can go
Hopkins.
ahead.
Dustin Hopkins, he tried 4 field goals. He made 4 field goals. We won by 3.
Oh, yeah, he didn't miss, did he?
He didn't miss anything.
Okay.
After that 29-yarder, he missed the week before.
I'll say Tress Way had some good kicks, too, as you.
Tress Way's the MVP, man.
All right, and speaking of, I believe Pro Bowl voting has started, and Tress Way needs to be the starting.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
I mean, there's just.
He needs to get an Oscar for that injury he got on that play a couple weeks ago. I was like, is he playing for Manchester United?
So he should be off the pitch.
He should be off the pitch.
Well, my game ball, of course, I've already talked about it, is going to Steven Sims. Is he a junior or is that Cam? Anyway, Steven Sims for his 91-yard fumble recovery muffed. Was it a kickoff or a punt? I don't even remember. Return for a touchdown.
Yeah, good for him. He's got some speed, man.
It's great. It was great.
I don't know. I want to see him on the field a little bit more. Trey Quinn has been kind of disappointing, to be honest. And maybe we will, both with Richardson, Skinny Richardson out for the game tomorrow.
Cut. He needs to be cut.
He needs to be cut. He's
Clear the house, dude. He's
$10 million a year, man. $10 million.
He's horrible.
What the heck?
We go and get these guys that are pretty decent on above average teams and expect them to come to our house and be good on a crappy team, and that's not how it works.
Right. Well, we need to fire Bruce Allen and get a real football mind up in there, like someone who knows what he's doing, and isn't an alcoholic.
Joe Gibbs fits the bill.
Joe Gibbs does fit the bill.
All right. So, what was yours?
Dustin Hopkins.
All right, and mine went to Steven Sims, both special teamers.
Yeah, really.
Our peanut gallery is giving theirs out. Let's see who it is.
Well, you could go through the stats and pick all the guys who had touchdowns. Oh, wait.
We'd already picked them.
We picked.
Let's see.
Basically,
B&G
Aaron
Buns.
and I picked the 2 guys that made all the points.
Yeah, B&G Buns gives his to Dunbar, which is a
Dunbar,
good one. Again,
Monte.
he had a pick, and that was the only time we heard him mention the whole game.
Yeah, man.
David Herzing gives him to Harmon, who came through with, I believe, 3 catches. If I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
big stuff for him.
40-some yards.
Moreau had 2 picks, including that one at the end. I mean, it was so nice. It was so refreshing to see the defensive secondary not give up a college wide open touchdown for the first time this year. I think very refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, we only gave up 1 touchdown, didn't we? Or did we give up 2 and they missed a field goal? I don't remember.
I think we gave up 2, but I mean, like one was on really tight coverage. I remember, and I don't know the other one. Doesn't matter. We beat them.
Yeah, we won. Okay, so what was I about? Oh yeah, I was announcing their game balls. So Harmon got 1. Dunbar got 1. Let's see, Moreau 5 tackles and 2 picks. He got 1. And Sean Nelson gives 1 to Tailgate Ted and the Hell BBQ crew and Steven Sims.
Nice.
I love that guy, Tailgate Ted. So anyway, yeah. So there it is. That's the kick. Do we have anything else that we would like to speak about on today's podcast before we go into this game tomorrow against Carolina Panthers?
I think Christian McCaffrey is going to absolutely destroy us tomorrow.
That dude is good, man. I wish we had him.
He's an MVP caliber, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Has there been any news this week or talk about Josh Norman? Has anyone interviewed him? Because I'd be interested.
He
in
has
hearing
refused to speak to anybody.
Would you text me that he was out of the game for feelings?
I did. I was just Josh Norman. You know, when you have the the injured list and it goes through, it's like, you know, blah blah blah, hamstring, blah 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 blah, concussion. For him, it says feelings.
But the thing is they were going to make it in. What's worse, being inactive or being like relegated to sit on the bench?
He should have got cut before the season even started.
Like dudes that you're getting paid a lot more than are playing, and you just suck so bad you're sitting on the bench.
Mm-hmm. He's counting it all the way to the bank.
All the way to Dancing with the Stars.
I thought when we first got him, like his first year, he wasn't.
he does like all these things. He dances with the stars. He runs with the Bulls, but he don't play football.
He don't play football. I mean, his first year here, he was pretty good, and I was glad that we signed him. But then after that, I mean, he just went downhill so fast. I don't know.
The funniest is when he's in an interview and he tries to sound smart, but he really just sounds like an idiot every single time. Like he sounds like he's trying to be all poignant and like deep, but you're just like, dude, you're just babbling and you're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Carolina's finest. All right.
He's from Coastal.
Coastal.
Well, that
Carolina.
rounds it out, doesn't it?
That rounds it out, dude.
All right, dudes. Thanks for tuning in this week. Remember to send me some money, Aaron and Harry. Send us an email. Aaron or John at harryhogfootball.com. Tweet at us on Twitter at harryhog.
Yeah.
You can always get the latest podcast at our website, harryhogfootball.com, which will have links to the latest video and audio podcasts, or from any normal place where you normally get your podcasts.
That's right. And Twitter us at harryhog, HARRY. Hog will be on there. We check our Twitter all the time. Check it out.
Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Cowboys lost.
Woo!
So, hail to the Redskins. And as always, if you see a Cowboys fan,
you know what to do.
Joker!